Hi guys, it's Ellen and today I have a new scrapbook page to share with you. So I'm starting out with this really pretty paper. This is from the Cocoa Vanilla Midnight collection and this one is called Bloom and Grow. I wanted to fade out some of the design behind where my photo is going to go and also add some mixed media onto the page. So I'm just using some white gesso and I'm rubbing that in using my fingers just because it gives it a more of a softer look rather than harsh lines that you would create with a paintbrush. Once that is dry, I'm going to add some watercolours using the packaging technique. So I'm just adding some pink watercolour to a piece of packaging, adding some water and then using the packaging to smush it onto the page. And I'm also blending in some of the colour just with my paintbrush. Once I'm happy with the pink, I'm going to add some gold paint. That is just the Deco Art acrylic paint in splendid gold. And I'm just watering it down and doing the same technique on the page. Whenever I do mixed media backgrounds like this, it always looks like such a mess. But once everything's added on top, it looks a lot better. So don't panic, because at the minute it's not looking great. I have this scrap of pattern paper. It's from Crepe Paper Maggie Holmes Sunny Days collection and this one is called Charmed. I've fussy cut some of the flowers out because they're really pretty soft pink, so I thought they would go with the page that I'm doing. Once I've done all of that, I'm going to stick my photo onto some white card just to add a white border around it because the photo is quite dark. I'm then going to add that pink tissue paper to soften up the edges, and I'll also add some foam to give it some dimension. I'm now just starting to figure out the placement of everything on the page, and you'll see here what I mean about the background. As soon as I start adding those fussy cut flowers and the photo and everything, the background looks so much nicer. So if you're creating a mixed media background and halfway through you think that it looks awful, don't throw it away. Keep trying with it because half the time you'll cover most of it up with embellishments and you'll just see a little bit peeking through and it looks really nice. So I'm now just gluing all of my fussy cut flowers into place. Here I'm adding one of the titles from the Cocoa Vanilla Midnight collection and I'm adding it on top of my photo. If there's room in the photo to do this, I love the effect. If you have a bit of like random space in your photo, it looks quite nice to layer an embellishment on top or your title. Because I put foam behind my photo, I had to add some little pieces of foam behind the parts of the title that was hanging off as well. So once I did all that, I decided to add these leaves. These are, I think they're called skeleton leaves, and I just found a random pack of these in a craft shop near me, which is a second-hand craft shop, and I love going in there because you never know what you're going to find. I used 2 different tones of gold for the leaves as I added the gold paint to the background, and they were quite difficult to attach to the page. I tried to use glue, but they weren't really sticking, so in the 2 corners I stapled them, and I'll cover up the staples with some ephemera later. And then behind the photo I just used some old washi tape to attach them in the end, because my photo will be glued on top, so you won't see any of that. Once my photo is stuck down, I'm going to add some more ephemera to the page. All of these things that I'm using are from the Cocoa Vanilla Midnight collection as well, and I love this collection. It has to be one of my favourite that I've ever seen. I love the colours, and it's just so soft and pretty. I absolutely adore it. I'm so happy that I got to work with some of it. And I'm also adding this clear gold sticker that says PS I love you, and I just got that from AliExpress. The final thing I'm doing is going around the border with my gold gel pen, just a rough scribbly border, and my page is all finished. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you very much for being here.